Welcome back to the channel, guys. I've got some really exciting news for the Corolla build today, which is been waiting for so long, and it's just really held up the build, but it's kind of worth it now because it just absolutely stoked. For loads of you that don't know, come to a bit of a hold on the car, just waiting for bits. I think it's probably going to happen again, waiting for other bits, but we're making a bit more progress, and that's the main thing. Also want to say thanks for following me on the journey of this build, just because I'm enjoying doing it. This car's gonna have a huge future, so it's a wicked story to follow up behind. And yeah, I'm proper excited about this. This might give you a bit of a clue about what's gone on. So yeah, welcome to the new carbon fibre front end. So yeah, as you can see, it's all on the car. Managed to get it to fit really nice and with very little fixings. As you can see, the gap all the way down is really nice. The bonnet is getting somewhere near. I haven't trimmed the bonnet out yet, but with the front end being fitted, I actually realised that I'd made a few little problems. Literally sorted that out yesterday. Today's Monday. I actually made the pivot point on the door at the wrong point, so the door swung out too much and hit the wing straight away. But the one thing I wanted to do was get the panel gaps better than they probably were in factory. So I cut the hinges back off, redesigned them, put them all back together. I'm super chuffed about that now. Looks amazing. So the news about the front end, which is astonishing really, is we got the steel bonnet and the front end as it is. I mean, bearing in mind it's got filler in it, the bonnet's got a scoop on it, hasn't been chopped out. It probably weighs just under 60 kilograms normally, and the new front end literally weighs 11 kilograms. That's absolutely amazing. I mean, I've got loads to do on it yet. I've got to put all these trims on, which I think they're down here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. So I've got to put all these trims on, and the grille and headlights, because I want it to look as stock as I can get it. So that will slide onto there and get all that looking nice and actually looking a bit like a Corolla again. So got loads to do, got enough to play with for now. So I'll take that back off and I'll show you what I've made for the frame. You'll see how light the bonnet is now. It's just like absolutely ridiculous. It's just like, there you go. One-handed job. I've got to do a bit more trimming around the scoop for the windscreen yet, and obviously you can see where I've marked it. I've got to do some trimming here. So yeah, I mean, I've made a little bit of, you could probably just about see it, some of the tube work. Obviously I've got the exhaust coming out at the bottom of the wing, so I had to allow for that. So I thought, instead of having Zeus fasteners everywhere, spoiling the kind of the look of the car, I put a sneaky one inside, which is, if anybody doesn't know, this panel here is to guide the air that's coming from the front of the car past the wing, so it's not like an air trap in there. So still needs a little bit of trimming here and there, but I'll worry about that when I start messing around with steering lock. So yeah, I've got the, as you can see, coming off the hinges, a little bit of a brace. I've got to do a little bit of a brace on that side, and that's good. And then just a fairly simple front end, a bit of tube work. That's not all welded up yet. Obviously I don't want to burn the carbon fibre too much, and then what we're going to do is we're going to carbon these or glass these in so they're stronger and get rid of these rivets. But yeah, I mean, the front end's really strong. It's coming on really well. I'm not sure what we're going to do. This bit was only put in for the mould, so we're not sure what we're going to do. We're waiting for the radiator from Cirque. So I'll see where that fits first and where it looks comfortable, and then I'll go from there what I've got to trim out. Obviously we made these bits for the bonnet to sit on, so I can put some Zeus fasteners down there, and obviously I still got that recess there I made. I might have a few at the back. I don't know how mad to go. The only thing that's going to be a little bit tricky is I've got to make some sort of tube from these tubes out here back in, for the front of the bonnet, because obviously the bonnet is overhanging here, so it's going to have a little bit of adjustment there for air to get under. So obviously, because I'm going to cut this out, a lot of people in the States don't bother, they leave everything, but most of them are running on methanol, and the engine's running a lot cooler, so where I'm going to be running on pump gas. But yeah, I'm proper happy with the fit. As you can see, it's looking pretty, well, aerodynamic as a 70s Corolla gets, to be fair. And yeah, I'm so chuffed with where I moved the wheelbase is an inch longer than normal. So that was another thing that worried me. I wanted to make the wheel look good in the arch. Well, because I put that little bit of a sort of wind deflection thing in there, it kind of ironed that out a little bit. So when this is all painted, I mean, it'll kind of look like it's in the middle, and I think it don't look too bad as it is. And I managed to get the swage lines matching up at the top of the door and there as well. So yeah, it's going to be good. And I've got to do a bit of an adjustment on this sill's fine, but the other sill seems to have dropped. I think where I've welded the front of the sill, I've got a, you can see the bottom of the sill's got a quite big gap here. So I'm going to chop that around and chop the end cap back off the sill. See if I can flex it up. If not, I'll cut that whole section out and do another piece and get that panel gap nice down there. But the doors are going off sometime this week to be made in fiberglass, and so there's a bit more weight saving. TJ, my mate, yesterday, it made me laugh. He said, "I'm glad you put wheelie bars on this. This could get a little bit leery with this front end being so light." So yeah, I mean, it's been a big job getting that front end somewhere where we wanted it. Steve, the guy who does it for me, it was a big challenge for him. He's never done carbon fibre before. So talk about dropping yourself in the deep end by doing your front end of the car and the bonnet. So he done well. I mean, it was a really long, painstaking process for both of us, just because I worked to deadlines, and the deadline's kind of gone out the window a little bit. But the plan is it's coming out next year, and that's the final answer. So the plan is to try and get it done. I want it done. Bearing in mind, it's like November, I think it's November the 2nd today. I want it done by the end of December, whether it kills me. So I started this car at the end of December last year. So if I can get it complete in a year, that would be amazing. That just proves that extra time and effort is worth it in the end. So I'm pretty chuffed with that. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. We're going to have more updates soon. I think the Cirque radiator is on its way, so make sure you go and follow them. And properly excited about that. That was a bit of a drawing that I did for them. Hopefully it comes out really cool. And they're doing some overflow tanks for me. But yeah, HM Sports Aero. We might be going towards a bit of carbon fibre in the future, if that's something you might be interested in, or if you want maybe a front end making. It might be something on the cards. We've got to work out costings, because it's a big process. We didn't realise how mammoth of a job this is, and how much time it takes. But yeah, we're so happy with the front end. It's come out really well, and well, just looks properly mental and amazing. All this yellow is the wax, which we got to get off. Yeah, it's all it's all like still waxy, look, so that's all got to come off yet and cleaned up. But yeah, I mean, I think it was a good move. I think even putting the front bumper in, I was, you know, it's definitely a lot better. And wow, just save weight. Weight is cheap horsepower. Maybe not in carbon fibre sense, but this is something we're experimenting with, and we'll probably push it further. I don't know whether I'm having anything else in carbon fibre yet. For the look of the car, I mean, the car's going to be painted, so you ain't going to see any of it anyway. But we'll see. You never know. We'll see what's going on. I mean, I might get this done, because that will look, well, this is metal, so that might look really trick in carbon when you look through the windscreen at it. But also, I don't want it too shiny so it glares, so I've got to be careful of that. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about all that yet, but obviously I want to keep the standard dash in, which is still in. But yeah, Anyway, that'll be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and we'll get you more. Thank you very much.